What's up guys, Dakota Perez here, and today I wanted to talk to you about this really cool app I've been using called Identify. Before we jump into that though, if you haven't hit subscribe, hit that subscribe button right now and turn on the bell notification so you get notified whenever I do upload new videos every single Wednesday. And let's jump right into it. I want to preface this with I was not reached out to by the team at all to promote this or share this information. I just think this app is really cool, and I think that it's fairly large in the techwear community, but it's not used by everyone. So I want to share the knowledge with everyone else. And also, I hope that everyone involved in fashion, people who are enthusiasts of any kind of aesthetic or style that come across this video will be convinced to use this app because I think it is that great. So this is not a paid advertisement whatsoever. I have no affiliation with anyone who created this app. It just came out of the techwear community. So I've been using it and I've really liked it a lot. And I want to go over everything about this app. So on the Super Future forums in the acronym thread, there was a post recently, maybe a week or two ago as of recording this, that detailed the information for this app. The comment originally came from Valdez Bro, which is a very prominent figure in the techwear community. You guys have probably seen his edits or his photos or fits or some of his friends that he's captured because he does a lot of photography. But him and a team of people put this app together, and it is currently in beta, and I am honestly very impressed with the status of the app and how well it runs, considering that it is just in beta. And I'm excited to see where this app goes and what can come from it, because there's a lot of cool features. So basically, you guys might be wondering, what the hell does this app do? And what it is it's kind of like Instagram, where you can share photos of outfits, but it's got this key feature in it where you're allowed to catalog and identify each piece of clothing that you're wearing. So the problem was with Instagram, basically anyone who's ever posted a fit pic, you will get a lot of comments and DMs of people asking you what certain pieces are. And even if you put the pieces in the description or you try to tag a designer or something like that, people are always asking what exact model. Now this app fixes that. Essentially, you can just post photos that are normal fit pics, and then you can identify everything in the fit pic. So here on my profile, I only have one fit pic as of now, but I will be uploading a lot more in the future. You guys can look out for that. My account is also Dakota Perez if you just want to follow it. Right here I have the Nike Lab ACG turtleneck that I'm wearing, and I actually added that to the catalog. So the cool thing about tagging all these things is it keeps a whole catalog of every single piece. So when you choose that piece on the person's photo and you go to that catalog of it, you get to see a little basically gallery of photos of every other fit pic that includes one of these pieces, so you can see how it looks on different people. So I think that that's really awesome, because sometimes product photos and sometimes certain people's fit pics don't do items justice while other ones do, and there's just a lot of different variations to how something can be worn on someone. So this kind of gives you a better idea of what that item looks like. So that is basically the main idea of the app, is to identify and categorize everything that you own and are wearing in the fit pics. And I think that that is super cool. The main feature on your profile tab is outfits, and that has every single photo and has your little image and your followers and bio and things like that, normal profile stuff. And then next is inventory. I haven't personally uploaded anything into this, but in your inventory, you can take photos of your clothes of you not wearing them and just kind of cataloging it. So then you can show your essentials, you can show all the owned items. It's got those two features right now, and I think that that's also pretty cool. So you can kind of curate an image of what your style is by showing what the clothes look like without you as well. And then there's this tab for wish lists, because you're able to go onto each item page and add it to your wish list, or you can add it to your grails, and that is separated within your wish list, so you can have a categorization of different items that you are looking for, and that's really awesome as well. And then Muse is a tab that I haven't used yet, but if you basically just favorite a photo that someone posts, then you're able to add that to your Muse category, and I would assume that that's sort of just like inspiration of style and how you would like to dress. Now, moving on from the profile page, let's just go to the home screen. I'm not exactly sure how the home screen is curated, because it is not just people I follow, it's also people who I do not follow. I would have to say, based off of my guesses, it is based off of groups that you enter and posts that are put in those groups, because one of the community aspects are these groups that I'm saying, and if you go onto the search tab, you can see these different groups. For example, techwear, it's probably the most popular one. Acronym is another one. What did you wear today? There's all these different groups, and they're for any kind of fashion style pretty much, because it's based off of what the users create. You guys can submit a new group if there's something there that you want to be a part of that hasn't been made in the community already. So the potential for this is basically limitless, because every single person and every kind of style or niche in the fashion community can get involved in these groups and participate with people and then see pics in that style on your feed. So through my feed, it's mostly techwear and brands associated with techwear, but I also have I think I'm following like some Cavemp stuff and some Yohji Yamamoto things and stuff like that too. So it's really, really cool, the kind of curation that you can make on this fashion feed as well. And to extend the group feature, you can go over to the activity feed, which just has normal activity of followers and likes on your photos, and you can click on the messages tab. The messages tab basically has each group that you're in a little message thread, sort of like Discord. It's very similar to that. Basically, you can go and look at old messages and scroll up to find them, and you can share different photos with people in that thread and basically just communicate with people who are also interested in that specific style. For me right now, the newest messages are on the Stone Island thread and the acronym thread. And honestly, I haven't used this feature too much, but I really like the sense of community where you can just go and ask questions or discuss with other people who are also interested in the very specific kind of style that you're into, or the specific designer, or whatever group you decide to join. Now, when you go to the upload tab, you have multiple options. You can see your current inventory, you can post an outfit, or you can upload an inventory. So that's how you basically add items to your inventory that's on the profile page. And overall, it's just very, very smooth, very responsive, and also I haven't found any bugs that seem to be annoying whatsoever. Now, the final thing I want to go over is the items catalog. So if you are wearing something and it's not already added to the catalog of items, you have the option to add that, and within that you can add product photos, you can add very, very specific info about the clothes like art numbers or things like that, and you can also add descriptions, and there's also a discussion tab underneath each item, so you can add comments about that item and people can discuss that way as well. So there's a lot of different fronts of conversing with people in the fashion community and kind of getting your voice out there when it comes to certain specific items, and I think that that's really, really cool. So back to the search tab. Earlier I showed you the groups. You can also go under the tab that says people and look at every single user and find people that you want to follow. Errolson Hugh actually uses this app, so that's really, really cool. He puts fit pics on and updates his inventory and things like that, so he's involved. So if you techwear boys are out here wanting to get more involved with responding to different things that Errolson does on the internet, now you can follow him on this app as well. And then also there's the items tab where you can get an entire view of the database, and underneath that tab there's actually an interesting one that I haven't seen that many people using, but it's really cool, and I think this has a lot of potential, and this is mainly why I want to share all this with you guys. I'm hoping to grow the community on this app to as large as possible, because it has a lot of potential to be amazing, and it will just get better as the community grows larger. So there's a marketplace in the items tab, and people who are selling their items can post it on there. And I think that that's pretty cool. It kind of works like sort of similar to Grailed or eBay or something like that, but it's very curated to high fashion and what people are interested in on this app. For the most part, we are seeing acronym, Stone Island, and Nike things right now, but it could definitely grow to a way larger status than it is now. I think that people just need to start using the app more, and it would be awesome. So far, it's really cool though. And then the final tab in the search area is all of the brands. Now, like I said, you can always add an update to this catalog so people get a better holistic view of a specific designer in general if it comes to adding different items to the designer's item list essentially, or you can add brands that aren't there, and it's really cool because they come with a description and then it lists all of the photos of different people wearing those brands, and then also there's different item lists within each brand page. So as you go into each page of this app, it's basically the same idea of categorizing things and showing you different versions of people wearing that specific item so you can get a better view of how that item fits. And I think that in terms of innovation in the fashion world, this is probably one of the best and most innovative apps, and I think that it solves so many problems that a lot of people who are enthusiasts of fashion face when it comes to sharing fit pics and stuff like that. Whereas on the subreddits, you see a lot of rules trying to be enforced of constantly IDing your clothes, and that runs into issues because certain people don't do that. And then with Instagram, people just are constantly asking what you're wearing. With this, everyone knows what everyone's wearing because that's the point of participating in this. So I think that if you're into techwear, you should definitely join because it is a very large techwear community right now on the app. But if you're into any style whatsoever, I highly encourage you to download this app. I will be leaving a link in the bio because right now, since it is in beta, you have to get the specific link to be able to use this app. But in the future, I expect this to be on the Play Store and also on the Apple App Store as well. And we should be able to see growth once it is fully released. But as of now, you have to follow the link. So remember that. But I think it's, like I've said many times how much I like it. It's the best fashion app that I've ever seen. It's super cool. It creates community. It creates a marketplace to sell items. It creates a catalog of all these older things, and this has been really helpful for the techwear community because there are very old iterations of certain products, and there's generally sometimes confusion over them, and you're constantly having to ask, oh, what version is this? Can you guys give me info on that? And people chime in, but this creates a database for everyone to be able to access that information very easily, and it's super fun to use and super smooth and great as of now. And if you guys also run into issues with the app, there is a support line so you can add suggestions to the app and get support, and I so far have not run into any issues. It's just great. So I highly encourage you guys to download this app and add me on there. Dakota Perez is my @name, capital D, capital P, and I will be posting a lot more fit pics on there in the future. I will also be adding a lot to my wardrobe and trying to curate a better sense of what my style is, and I suggest that you guys do the same because it's awesome. Drop your guys' on the Identify app down below in the comments section. I will follow every single person who comments their @name because I really want to grow this community as much as possible. And if you enjoyed this video, consider dropping a like. And if you want to see more techwear and fashion videos in the future, hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell notification so you get notified every single time I upload a new video on Wednesdays. And until next time, stay Gucci.